Thanks. Yeah, thank you. How are you doing? All right? Good. All right. Nice to be here. My name is Louis. I live in New York. I like New York because this is the only city where you actually have to say things like, hey, that's mine, don't pee on that. Yeah. Summer's almost over and I'm happy because I have red hair, so I don't really tan. I just kind of burst into flames. I'm going to burst into flames. All right, good. No, I don't care for summer, because people are active in the summer, and I really find that annoying. All the fucking rollerblading and everything, so... Because I sit on the couch. I like to be... And being on the couch is good all year, The summer and the winter, it's good in times of war and peace. Just be on the couch. My girlfriend hates this. I live with my girlfriend. She came home the other day, and she's like, hey, I told you to do the laundry. Why didn't you do the laundry? And I was like, oh, do the laundry? I thought you said watch TV. Anyway. You ever do this? When you tell somebody a story, then a week later, you tell them the same story again because you forgot? And by this time, you've added a bunch of lies to it, and you've embellished them. I'm a big liar. The other day, I was telling the guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was true, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else, and I heard about it, so I was just lying and saying it happened to me. I don't know why. And all of a sudden I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. And he's like, that wasn't you, that was me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, oh, no, I think that was me. No, that was me. That's the best thing to do. If you really get caught in a lie, just fucking hang in there anyway. You're a liar! And then just stop being friends with the guy right there. Don't call him, just... This is interesting. So, you ever get, when you get in an elevator and you go to press your floor button and it's already been pressed, it's all lit up, and everybody in there saw you starting to press it, and then you don't want to press it, and then you make that thing where you don't actually make words in public. You get on, you're like, hi. People in New York are so weird. You can't even touch people. Like, I was in a bus stop, and I was standing there, and I didn't bump into the guy. I just touched him like that, just that much. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, he's going to go, you fucking touched me. Ah! Anyway, the other day I was walking down the street, and I saw this friend of mine, and he was waving to me from across the street, and I wanted to wave back, but I was eating a peach, so I waved the peach at him. I felt weird. I felt like I was going, look, I have a peach! Look what a fine peach I have! I am very fruitful indeed! Saw this guy on a bicycle. He was on a bike. And he was about to go between a parked car and a cab. He only had like this much room. And I was watching him. I could also see the woman in the cab was about to open the door. And he was going to get nailed. And I wanted to yell something to warn him, but it was happening so fast that I couldn't think of anything short enough to yell that would have all the information that he needed. I couldn't go like, hey, she's going to open the door of the cab and you're going to get hit on the bike and go flying and get hurt. I didn't have time for all that. So I just yelled out, bad thing! Wasn't really specific enough. Because he's dead. It's really embarrassing when you run into somebody that you know and you can't remember their name. That's a low grade of it, because when you don't know their name, you can bullshit around. Because, you throw things, you show off about all the other shit. Hey, how's it going at the ice cream place that you work? And how's Bill? I know you know Bill, but you don't know their name. But what's even worse is when you don't even know where you know them from. You can't remember what their name is, who they are, why you know them, and here they come, and you're going, ah, shit, you fucking guy, I don't know who he is. So you go up, and then you have nowhere to go. It's like, hey there, how's the place? You know what I do? Just go completely off the deep end. Instead of bullshitting the guy, just completely go wrong. Just go, hey, Flippity, how you doing there? You still at the clam plants chance? Yeah, that's pretty good. Because then at least he thinks you're stupid, crazy instead of stupid. That's the point of it. I think it's always better for people to think you're crazy than stupid. I think you should always, like, say you're in a restaurant, you're looking for the bathroom, and you walk into the kitchen by mistake. And they know why you're in there. Look at this idiot. Then you just go... Come on. And they'll let you pee in there. That's my point. Okay. I know a little sign language. I know one sentence in sign language. Can I show it to you? It's the only one that I know. Okay, this is the one sentence I know in sign language. It goes like this. Which I believe means, I like to do this. I can't believe I actually had one joke that was appropriate to the occasion here. Okay, back to my shitty act. Here's something interesting, sort of. I met this woman the other night, and she had a pierced tongue. She had a metal ball right there in the center of her tongue. And I asked her, what's that for? And she said, it's to enhance oral sex. I thought that was really stupid, personally, because I never really felt like oral sex needed any enhancement. I think it's pretty good the way it is, I can't remember any time that I've been getting blown that I've actually thought, this is really boring. Is that the whole thing, really? You're just gonna suck it? That's it? That's all? Come on, put a metal ball in there or something. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you having trouble with that one? No, you doing all right? Okay. How did you do blowjob? I want to know how you... There you go. Good. Good. That's the international symbol. Blowjob, 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 blowjob. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. I'm getting all sorts of laughs. I don't even know what's happening half the time here. So, I don't know. Sex is interesting. People get so upset about it. There's so many different kinds of sex that it's crazy. There's so many different magazines and stuff. Like, if you think you're a freak sexually, don't worry about it. Because they already got it figured out. Like, maybe you think you're the only one that likes to, dress like Hitler and have a nun throw Jell-O on your balls. Something like that, right? Then you find out there's a whole magazine just for that. This was weird. I was walking down the street and some guy told me I was wearing a faggy shirt. What the hell does that mean? Total stranger walks up to me on the street and he goes, hey, nice faggy shirt, you faggot! Faggot! I remember the shirt I was wearing. It was pink, and it had a collar, and I had these little pictures of guys blowing each other on it, like sort of a... Alrighty. You took the job. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, people have weird attitudes about homosexuality, People that don't know anything about it usually do. I was talking to a friend of mine about this other guy, and I asked him, is he gay? My friend said, yeah, he's really gay. What the hell does that mean? How do you get to be really gay? Are there many levels? Is it like, can you be just a little bit gay? Like, I just feel a little bit gay today. I just feel like touching a penis like this. Just a little touch there. Just, boop, boop. No, the penis is over here. It's over here. Touch, there you go. Gotta touch the right pantomime penis. All right. And then one day, like what happens? One day you're taking it up the ass, you're jerking off two guys, you're blowing somebody all at the same time. There you go, you got it. And you say to yourself, wow, I'm really gay. I am very homosexual. Look at all these penises. I'm the gayest man in the world. I am Faggotor. No one is gayer than me. Come on! Okay. Anyway. Let me try to back off a little bit here. I saw this guy today. This is weird. You ever see somebody that you don't know again? You know what I'm talking about? Like a total stranger, but he keeps popping up once in a while. Like God is running out of extras in a movie of your life or something. Sometimes I hate strangers. I was in a movie theater. I'm the only person in the whole theater. It was really weird. Nobody went to see this movie but me, so I'm sitting in there. And then right before the movie started, another guy walks in, and he sat right behind me. You know, what the fuck? And it wouldn't have bothered me, except for as soon as the movie started, he starts poking me like this, like right in the back of the head, really hard, just poking me. So I ignored him for like an hour. And, all right, never mind. I was doing pretty good for a little while. No, none of that. So, here's an interesting story. I was driving a friend's car. I borrowed a car for a week. I went out to Los Angeles, so I had to borrow my friend's car. And so I'm driving it, and the problem with the car was the horn was broken. Now, it wasn't that the horn didn't honk. I wouldn't have a problem with that. It was that the horn honked, just fucking like whenever. This horn would just go off. Just in the middle of nothing, I just beep, beep, beep. I'm honking at everybody. And people hated me. And there's nothing I could do about it. And there's no way to explain it either, because people look after you honk, and they just see you going, I don't know, it's not me. And what the fuck does that mean? Somebody honks at you, and then they go, hey, man, this is not me. So finally I decided there's nothing I can do about this horn, so I might as well at least go with it, at least try to be part of it and enjoy it, you know? So like I'm sitting at a red light, nothing's going on. I'm behind some poor guy, and out of nowhere, beep, 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 beep. He looks at me and I'm like, what are you doing? Sit at the fucking light! That's a red light! Just driving down a lonely street, beep, beep, hey lady, walking! You suck! Fucking walking lady! I found myself in a lot of embarrassing situations recently. Like, the other day I went to buy groceries, and I forgot to have money. Have you ever done that? I wasn't short. I had no money on me. Nothing. And I didn't realize it until the poor guy had bagged all my stuff and everything. And he says, $85? And I said, I don't have any money. And he's like, what, you don't have enough money? No, I don't have any money. The worst thing is I didn't know how to leave. You know, it's like, well, see you later. I had fun picking this stuff out anyway. Okay, back to the dirty shit. That seems to be the only thing that really works. I called phone sex the other day. I don't know, maybe not. Some people here don't get into that. But phone sex is kind of depressing. Because you see these ads on television, 19-year-old girls going, call me, call me. You know, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll call you, you know, so I call. I never end up getting I end up getting some 55-year-old woman named Blanche. You know, she's like, I'm gonna take your trousers off very slowly. Then I'm gonna play with your balls. That's a nice one. That's a very good one. I'm gonna play with your balls. Sounds like a threat, you know? Okay, that sort of gets lost in the translation there. It's way too long. All right. But anyway, let me tell you this quick story before I go. I met this woman, and she was very nice. We ended up sleeping together. And, well, I fucked her, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, we're having sex. She turned out to be a nymphomaniac. And I know that most guys think that that's what they want, but then you find out that it's kind of a nightmare, you know, because this is a woman who wanted to just keep going and going and going and going and going. And so do guys, but we can't, you know, because you're like, yeah, this is great. Wow, this is, okay, all right, shit. Hey, can we stop for a second? And she was like crazy too. She's like pulling me in and going, come on, fuck me, yeah, come on. And I was like, I think I am. I don't even know anymore, you know? So anyway, finally we're doing it from behind, which was good for me because I couldn't hide the pain in my face anymore, you know? And then she starts really getting into it and she starts like backing into me really hard. She's going like, bam, bam, bam. And it really fucking hurt a lot. So I had to say something to her, you know? So I said, hey, take it easy. Which is the most polite thing I could think of, you know? I didn't want to say, hey, don't back your snatch into me so hard. You're gonna rip my dick off, you fucking lunatic. I thought that might hurt her feelings. Well, you people really have been a wonderful audience. Seriously, thank you very much. Good night.
That's not usually my problem. These days my problem is very simple. It's trying to find a place in my house where I can masturbate without somebody bothering me. And that's really difficult. There's nowhere to go anymore. She's got her mother staying with us too in the guest room, and I'm on the streets now. I got nowhere to go. Like now I know when I see a guy in the West Side Highway jerking off in plain daylight, that's not a homeless guy, that's a married man right there. He's got nowhere to go. Fuck it. Fuck you. Go ahead and look, man. I got nothing. What else am I going to do? It's not fair, man. I'm 37 and I own my home. I should be able to just stand in the living room. How you doing, honey? Good morning. But I can't. I got to hide. I'm down in the cellar by the boiler like a troll down there. Just fucking miserable shit. That's what it's like. Masturbation doesn't bring much joy to guys. Women seem to like masturbating. They put flower petals on the pillow. They're like, oh, me, or whatever, you know. The guys are like, ah, shit, no, fucking God damn it. Sometimes you find ecstasy, but it's followed by the deepest self-hate and depression you've ever felt. It's an amazing drop from way up here to this, like, oh, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it. I gotta get to work. I don't have time for this shit right now. But then you get married, now you gotta hide. And you have to. You have to hide. Because when your wife catches you masturbating, that's sad for the whole family. That's not a good moment in a marriage. She comes in the cellar. Oh my God. And then she always wants to know shit about it. She always asks me stuff. My wife's like, well, do you think about me when you're doing that? What are you, fucking high? Why would I do that? What? I can think about anybody. That's magical. Why the fuck would I'm married to you. What do women really think their husbands are going, oh, my wife. Oh, yeah, that's fucking hot. Oh, yeah. Picking her up at the airport and getting yelled at. Oh, that's fucking hot. Yeah. Put it in the hamper, not on top, you idiot. Oh, I love when she talks like that. Yeah.
White, which thank God for that shit, boy.
That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me?
Oh, God, I love being white. I really do.
Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past. I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag. I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens. It was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and I fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city and I'd see deer and you drive with your friends out to the country and you see a deer and everybody's like, oh my God, turn off the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious and beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it and just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer. But now I live and deer are in my fucking yard every day and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease and they shit everywhere and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh, look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer... I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing. And then he won't just go. He's like, can I go? Is it okay if I go? Like and I'm like, fucking go! You're gonna go! He's like, and then the thing goes. I'm like, just go! And then I get close, and I try to kind of get away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics! I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car! Like, just fucking... destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck. And then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods. And he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot! I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. I hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger, deer. Yeah, because everything is amazing right now, and nobody's happy. Like, in my lifetime, the changes in the world have been incredible. When I was a kid, we had a rotary phone. We had a phone that you had to stand next to, and you had to dial it.
Yes.
You don't realize how primitive... You're making sparks in a phone, and you actually would hate people with zeros in their numbers, because it was more... It was like, oh, this guy's got 2 zeros. Screw that guy. Why do I want to... Yeah. And then if they called and you weren't home, the phone would just ring lonely by itself. And then if you wanted money, you had to go in the bank for when it was open for like 3 hours. You had to stand in line, write yourself a check like an idiot. And then when you ran out of money, you just go, well, I can't do any more things now.
Right.
I can't do any more things.
That's it, yeah.
That was it. And even if you had a credit card, the guy would go, ugh, and he'd bring out this whole shunk, and he'd write,
yes.
Oh, you'd have to call the president to see if you have any money. And
it's all true, kids. You had to call the president, yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
Do you feel that we now, in the 21st century, we take technology for granted?
Well, yeah, because now we live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots that don't care, because this is what people are like now. They got their phone, and they're like, it won't... Give it a second! It's going to space. Can you give it a second to get back from space? Is the speed of light too slow for you? Yeah. I was on an airplane, and there was internet, high-speed internet on the airplane. That's the newest thing that I know exists. And I'm sitting on the plane, and they go, open up your laptop, you can go on the internet. And it's fast, and I'm watching YouTube clips. I'm in an airplane. And then it breaks down. And they apologize, the internet's not working. The guy next to me goes, this is bull. Like, how quickly the world owes him something he knew existed only 10 seconds ago.
Right.
And on planes, flying is the worst one, because people come back from flights and they tell you their story. And it's like a horror story. They act like their flight was like a cattle car in the 40s in Germany. That's how bad they make it sound.
Right.
They're like, it was the worst day of my life. First of all, we didn't board for 20 minutes. Right. And then we get on the plane, and they made us sit there on the runway for 40 minutes. We had to sit there. Oh, really? What happened next? Did you fly through the air incredibly like a bird? Did you partake in the miracle of human flight, you non-contributing zero, that you got to fly? You're flying! It's amazing. Everybody on every plane should just constantly be going, oh my God! Wow!
Yes!
You're flying. You're sitting in a chair in the sky.
Yes. Yeah. He's right. Now, Louis...
But it doesn't go back a lot. and it's not really... You know, here's the thing. People, like, they say there's delays on flights.
Yeah.
Delays, really? New York to California in 5 hours. That used to take 30 years to do that. And a bunch of you would die on the way there and have a baby. You'd be a whole different group of people by the time you got there. Now you watch a movie and you take a dump and you're home.
Yeah. Well, nicer way to say it than that, but
No.
If I was alone on the Earth, if I found myself alone on planet Earth, no other humans, I would have sex with a monkey in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's really not long enough to be sure you're alone on the Earth even. That's like getting a little... I walk outside, there's not much traffic. Oh my God, it's just me. I'm going to have sex with a monkey right now. Oh no, there's a person. I don't know if you've heard that expression since you were kids, but I remember we used to call each other. Indian giver is one of the most offensive things you could ever, because what it's meant to be is that someone gave you something and then they changed their minds. That makes you an Indian giver. And we equate this to the Indians because our feeling is that they gave us America, and then they didn't take it back, certainly, but they changed their minds about giving it to us. And it's so offensive when you consider the truth, which is that we got here and the Indians were like, hi, and we were like, hey, can we have everything? And they were like, well, we don't know what have means, but enjoy all the things that you need, like we do. So we start killing all of them. And they were like, oh, dude, could you not do that part where you kill all of us? Because that's kind of a drag for us. And we're like, you guys are Indian givers. Oh, my God. We're going to name that after you. You guys are dicks. Anyway, thanks a lot, folks. Good night. I know that. I've never gained from my looks at all. It's not like, oh, they're going. What am I going to do now? I've never gained any advantage in life. I've never been laid because of the way I look. I've never been a guy who I just walk in a room and women go, oh. They drop their microphones and start masturbating their vaginas and anuses at the same time. I'm not that guy. There are those guys. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that women see and they go, eh? And I'm like, I know, but let me just talk to you for a minute. And then later that night, she's like, I can't believe I'm having sex with that weird guy. And I'm like, I know, it's weird, but it doesn't happen. I do this. I don't know what kind of position we're in that she's doing this and I'm doing this. Just kind of just poking her. She's like, really? Yeah, this is all I like. Nothing else works. Sorry. And I was like, why eat slower? And he said, because your body gets full, but that message that your body's full takes 20 minutes to travel from your stomach to your brain. It takes 20 minutes before you know that you've already been full for 20 minutes. First of all, what a douchebag your body is. That it takes 20 minutes. What's taken 20 minutes to get... If I stub my toe, I know it immediately, and that's twice the distance. What is this message doing that it like stops at my tit? Hey, tit, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to tell them that we're full. Get up there, you idiot. We're going to get huge if you don't tell them. Oh, whoa, excuse me. I guess, yeah. And then he goes off. I'm not going yet. And he goes down to my asshole. He's like, hey, asshole, what are you doing? My asshole's like... That's how my asshole talks. I've never been in a fight. I've never beat anybody up. I've never sucked a guy's dick. Those two things I never did was beat somebody up or suck a guy's dick. And I mention those two because those are the two things I never did. Like, I would say things that I'll never do, that I've crossed the line where I never will do them because I'm 42 and it would just be a weird time to start, is fighting, blowing guys, and skiing. I think those are the three things that the window has closed on learning to ski, starting to be a fighting person, or blowing men. Who starts blowing guys at 42? Nothing that scares me more than them disappearing. That's every parent's worst fear. Now, why do kids disappear sometimes? I think it's because somebody took them and had sex with them, and once you have sex with a kid, you got to toss them, because people hate folks who have sex with kids more than pretty much anything. If you murder somebody, folks will find you a reason. You were upset, you were dehydrated, whatever. So here's the thing. So if you have sex with a kid, you got to chuck them out, because if the kid tells anybody, you're screwed. So I can't help thinking that if we could take down a few notches the hatred for kid having sex people, at least you get the kid back. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that the guy could just call you, hey, I just kid, you want me to bring him to soccer or drop him at your house? Does he have any nut allergies? Because he just ate some cashew butter. I know, listen to me. I know that's hard to hear. But it's true. It's true.
that if we minded child molesting less kids would die. That's true. Now, I don't know what to do with that information. I don't have a way to apply that to anything that's helpful.
Then that dude is an asshole, which I know is not a popular belief, but I do think he's an asshole because every story, Abraham, he went to Abraham in the middle of the night. There's only like 8 guys then, and God would just, once in a while, he'd just bother one of them. So God went to Abraham's house, and he's like, Abraham, wake up, man. And Abraham was like, dude, what is up? What is up? And God goes, kill your son. Dude, kill your son. And Abraham's like, you mean Isaac? I don't know his name. Just kill him. Just kill him. Ah. I'm God. Kill him. And Abraham goes, why? Because you don't love me if you don't do it. You don't love me. Do it! So Abraham's like, dude, you are insecure. I don't understand you. But okay, fine. Goes, wakes up Isaac, takes him to a mountain somewhere. I don't know why he had to be all drama queen about it and take him to a mountain. Could have just killed him in his sleep and go back to sleep. But he took him to woke the poor kid up, dressed him, took him to a mountain. Kid's like, Daddy, what are we doing? Oh, just gonna murder you. Goes like this. God shows up right before he does it. Goes, hey, what are you doing? This is in the Bible, I swear to God. Isaac and Abraham goes, I'm killing Isaac. And God's like, why would you? That's your kid. What is wrong with you? And he's like, and he just went home feeling like a piece of shit. That God is like a shitty girlfriend. You won't do it because you don't love me. Okay, I'll do it. Why are you doing it? What the do you want from me? But you don't even have to say something that terrible. You can go to hell just for saying Jesus Christ with a tone in your voice. It's all the tone in your voice. That's the weird part. It's very subtle sin because you can say Jesus Christ, you're fine. But if you say Jesus Christ, you go to hell forever. Just for saying it like that. There must be at least one dude who was right on the line. Who was like, Jesus Christ. And then he was in hell. He's like, seriously? For that? That's it? Seriously? It was a huge pumpkin. What was I going to not say anything? It's one of the top 10 commandments. It's in the 10 commandments to not take the Lord's name in vain. Rape isn't up there, by the way. Rape is not a 10 commandment. But don't say the dude's name with a shitty attitude.
In the Jesus, like, okay, here's one. This is when he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee. And the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding and there's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. So Jesus went to the guy running the wedding and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead and flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like, and Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story that I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not, I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird.
I mean, I've always pursued love my whole life. You know, even when I was a kid, I loved girls. I loved them. And it was all, when I was 12, I discovered that girls were the greatest thing. And I would ask them out. That's what I did. I just walked up and asked them out. I had no fear. I'd go up to any girl I liked. Hey, you want to go out with me? And she's like, no! Because you weren't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to just ask her out. There was a system. My daughters told me it still works this way in middle school. There's a thing where the boy asks his friend to ask her friend to ask her what she would say if he asked her out. How did children just know this Elizabethan parlor thing? 12-year-old boy, please inquire after her maiden friend. Were I to request her presence, what might be her answer? Indeed, my lady would enjoy your company, sir. That is well. May I finger her? You are bold, sir. And finger her you may. And finger her I shall. Anyway, I didn't do any of that myself. I would just ask them out. Girls said no to me. Till Rachel. Rachel was the first girl who said yes. I asked her to the dance in 8th grade, and she said yes. Happiest moment of my life. Even to now. I never beat it. Anyway, Rachel said yes, I'll go to the dance with you. So we went to the dance. I was 13. My first time with a girl. And about 5 minutes into the dance, she comes up to me and she says, do you mind if I dance with Jeff? I was like, okay. Because what other moves did I have at 13? What else are you going to say? Do you mind if I dance with Jeff? Yeah, I do. I mind very much. What the fuck do you think this is, Rachel? You know what? Get your shit. We're leaving right now. Get your shit. Shut the fuck up, Rachel. I swear to God. I didn't have any of those tools. So I said, okay. And she danced with Jeff. And made out with Jeff. And left with Jeff. That was it. And I learned. By the way, that guy Jeff, this is a true story. That guy Jeff, he's a woman now. That's what happened. It's true. I was looking, and she has a whole blog on Facebook about becoming a woman. I was up all night reading it. I was crying. It was amazing. I was like, this is incredible. And then at the end, there's a picture of her with hair, and She says, I didn't change. I knew what I was all along. I knew I was a girl since I was 6 years old. And I read that, and I thought, why'd you take my fucking date then? You knew, you piece of shit? Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you and your journey. I don't give a shit now. Hooray for transgender, but fuck you because you're just an... I always hated penises. I hated my father's penis. I did. I hated my father's penis. Well, when you're a little boy, sometimes you gotta see your dad's dick. If you go to a restaurant, you're probably gonna see your dad's dick. I should explain that, right? That sounds like I have a weird father. All right, we're going out to eat. Everybody take a look. No, sometimes if you go to a restaurant with your family, when it's time to pee, you go pee with your dad if you're a little boy. If you go to a ball game with your dad, I remember there was never urinals, it was just a trough. And the little boys and the men stand there together. And the men are just standing there. And we're down here, the little boys. And the dicks are eye level. Just horrible, hissing dicks. In both directions, like a chorus line. Just... And my dad... Worst! Because my dad, first of all, my father's Mexican. It's true. My father is Mexican. I'm not. I'm not Mexican. My father is. Just because some Mexican fucked my mom for years doesn't make me a Mexican. Just makes her a whore. But anyway, my father had a Mexican, Catholic, uncut, raw, organic, local, fucking free-range Mexican dick. It was just so basic. It was like a farmer's market yam just sticking out like a tamarindo pod. And the pee would spray out of it. I'm like, Dad, open your dick before you pee out of it. It's like you're pissing out of the corner of a pillowcase. And my dad's had a weird life, too. When I was 10 years old, my parents got divorced, and he converted to Judaism. He didn't turn into a Jew. It's not like my dad was like... He converted to Judaism. And I had friends who were Jewish, and I knew that they had little clip dicks, little neat. And then I remembered my father's alligator claw of a penis. I really hate penises. That's really my problem with being gay. That's why I'm not gay. Men are fine. I'd like to have a boyfriend. That would be nice. I would. Every time I hear somebody say my boyfriend, I'm always like, I want a boyfriend. Why can't I have a boyfriend? I like to have a big, tall boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. I'm mad at my boyfriend. I get to wear his jacket. It's all big on me. I'm like, it's my boyfriend's jacket. I feel I like to have a big dude in my life. Comes up behind me like this. I'm like, hi. Like, I know that would be nice. But in order to get all those parts, you have to have a fucking cock shoved up your asshole, like a hard dick ramming in your ass. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K.
you. That is okay. That's very nice. I hope somebody does that for you someday. It's a very nice thing. I hope you had a good day. That's about all I could do about it is hope. I had a pretty good day. I went out shopping for some things I needed, and now I don't need them because I got them. I got a white noise machine. Do you know what those are? A white noise machine? It's a machine that helps white people sleep at night. Because you shouldn't be able to. I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry. I mean, I feel hungry. I think that's what Americans shouldn't say. I'm hungry. They say I feel hungry. If you ate today, you shouldn't say I'm hungry. Hunger's a real thing. I don't have third world hunger. I have first world hunger. I would like a donut. Some people say I'm starving. That's offensive. I am starving. I haven't eaten since 2. I'm starving. Don't say that. Because some people are starving. And they don't say it. You never see a little kid in Africa with his ribs showing. He's like, I am starving right now. I'm like literally starving to death. It's like annoying. I have 2 kids. I went to my daughter's play the other day. I don't know if you have kids, but there is no more joyful feeling in the human experience than when a child's play is over. It's just, nothing feels that good when you can say, I am not watching that any longer. Every second my daughter's on stage, I can't breathe because I'm so proud of her, but this is a bad show. They worked really hard and it didn't make it good. I'm glad I'm raising girls though, because boys are. I don't like boys. I don't like. That's probably a good thing to say. I don't like boys. I don't think women are better than men, but I do think that men are worse than women. You know, we just have. Like, I was talking to my friend, and he said his girlfriend's mad at him. I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, I guess I said something, and then she got her feelings hurt." Such a weird way to phrase it. She got her feelings hurt. I said something and then could you more remove yourself from responsibility? She got her feelings hurt. It's like saying, yeah, I shot this guy in the face and then I guess he got himself murdered. He leaned into it. I didn't know. I've never been murdered. I'm gonna die someday. I accept that. I don't know what happens afterwards. Some people say you go to heaven. I'm totally going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. By the way, this is the only voice I know how to do. I'm totally going to heaven. It's the only voice I have. I can't do impressions. Like this is my impression of the president. I'm the first black president. I'm literally the first black president. Do you guys think there's a heaven? If you believe you're going to heaven, clap if you think you're going to heaven. You think you're going to heaven?
Yes.
Really? How old are you?
21.
21, and you're a lock for heaven already. You're already got it. Been a grown-up for 3 years. You couldn't possibly make a mistake. Well, good luck. Personally, I don't think there's a heaven. I think maybe there's a God, but there's no heaven. I think that's the best news you're going to get. You die, and you're like, hey, God. And he's like, yep. And you're like, where's heaven? And he's like, I don't know who's telling people that. But I'm supposed to make a universe and then another whole amazing place for afterwards? You guys are greedy dicks down there. Well, where do I go? Just stand in this room with me now. I don't like it. Tell me about it. I've been here since 1983. Or whenever. I don't know when God started, but... I'm not religious. I don't know if there's a God. That's all I can say, honestly, is I don't know. Some people think that they know that there isn't. That's a weird thing to think you can know. Yeah, there's no God. Are you sure? Yeah, no, there's no God. How do you know? Because I didn't see him. How do you... There's a vast universe you can see for about 100 yards when there's not a building in the way. How could you possibly... Did you look everywhere? Did you look in the downstairs bathroom? Where have you looked so far? No, I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave yet. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm waiting until it comes on cable. I think if there is a God, I don't know if it's the one in the Bible, because that's a weird story. He's our Father, and we're his children. That's it. Our Father who art in heaven. Where's our mother? What happened to our mom? What did he do to our mom? Something happened. Somewhere in heaven there's a porch with a dead lady under it, and I want this story. Somebody's got to check the trunk of God's car for bleach and rope and fibers. Well, how can we not have a mother? At least maybe God's divorced. Maybe he has an ex-wife. God's a single dad and he's raising us alone, and we're praying like, and he's like, I'm trying, it's just me up here. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe your life is your time. This is our weekend with Dad. That's what life is your weekend. And then when you die, you go to Mom's house. It makes sense that God would be a woman, doesn't it? Because you're raised by your mom. I think the reason we made God a man in our cultures is because we want to make sense of the fact that men are in charge. Because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. Because women, you start with the woman. It's the thing people like to ask, like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Of course it's the egg. Because you can't just make a chicken. You can't just go chicken. You got to start with an egg and grow chicken. And then people say, oh, well, where did the egg come from? From a chicken, you idiot. Women birthed us, women raised us, so why aren't they running things? I think I know why. I think it's because millions of years ago, women were in charge, and they were mean, they were horrible. They made us walk around naked, and they'd laugh at you, and they'd flick your penis when you walk by. They were awful. But what could you do? It's your mom and her friends. Like, what could you possibly do about it? And then one guy punched his mom, and we were like, we can hit them! And then we did the whole thing. But that's why men are mean to women today, because we're terrified of them. That's why we didn't give women the vote till 1920. Women didn't get the vote in this country. That means American democracy is 94 years old. There are 3 people in my building older than American democracy. That's how women have had a rough time. It was so okay to beat your wife until so recently that today we have a kind of shirt named after it. There's a piece of clothing in our culture affectionately nicknamed after beating the crap out of your wife. And for some reason, this is offensive to nobody. I saw a woman on Good Morning America, and she's like, I was walking around my house and a wife beater. I'm like, stop saying it like it's not horrible. I'm just wearing a wife beater and child murder shorts. And I'm like, stop it. We have a great show. Sam Smith is here. So stick around. We'll be right back.
You know, I drove with a suspended license, so I got arrested. And the judge was like, you know, your record is reprehensible. You show no remorse. You do nothing but repeat your offenses, and I'm going to go the limit with this. Then the next guy is like, this guy threw a rock through a window, literally, and set a fire, and then passed out in the street. And he goes, are you in a program, young man? He goes, yes, sir, I am. Okay, good for you. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. All the world. All of the luck in the world.
In the world.
I want everyone else to have bad luck so that you can have good luck, you stupid drunk from Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Joe had a little run-in years ago. Years ago, Joe wasn't able to get a license, registration, insurance, anything. He was like in that realm of your life when you go through that.
That's me right now.
So at the time, especially, the Reggies were a lot different on the windshield. It was just the sticker. So he drew one. He looked at one, got some colored construction paper, and drew the lines with a ruler. It used to just be like a grid with some holes that they punched in it on the date, almost like your inspection sticker still looks here in New York. And he drew it up, taped it to the windshield, and unless you were right on top of it, it looked perfect.
Wow.
Couldn't even tell. So his car breaks down on the parkway, and he's underneath the car, and a cop comes up.
Yeah.
and starts talking. So Joe's like, let me get my stuff out of the car. So he goes to go into the car, and the cop's kind of still looking at his tire, I think, had bent or something like that. So Joe just scrapes the crap right off the windshield. So the cop couldn't see it. And he goes, where's your registration and everything? He goes, oh, no, I don't have one. And he wrote him up for everything. Joe goes to court and just says, I wasn't driving because my car was broken down on the side of the parkway.
Right.
And it didn't matter how it got there or anything, because you could say I was trailering it, I was towing it.
Yep.
It was anything. So he got away without anything.
That's amazing.
And there he was driving with this forged government document. And
I got arrested once at the Holland Tunnel because this is how bad I was. My license was revoked. Not suspended, but revoked.
That's bad.
And I had, crazy amounts of warrants, open warrants. And the car I was driving had the plates from a different car.
Oh, that's never good. The cops don't like that.
No, and the plates were bad anyway. So, I mean, in other words, the car that they came from had expired. The plates were expired and from another car.
Wait, for anyone that doubted Louis was Mexican.
And I was coming through the Holland Tunnel, and I had no money. That's where it all started. That I came up to. I was one of those things where I pulled up to the toll booth and said, "Hi, I have no money. What do you do? How do we do this?" And the guy said, "Just give me your license, and I'll fill out a thing." And I go, "It's not on me." And he goes, "Give me your registration." I go, "I don't have that either." He says, "Give me your name and your social security number."
You just said how smart this guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a smart thing.
No.
You're right.
And then he made me pull over, and I went to jail. First, he put me in a jail cell that's under the Holland Tunnel toll booths. There's a jail cell.
There is?
Yeah, he took me down some stairs.
Hey, you got to see something most people don't get to see.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're a scofflaw, not
Yes.
criminal.
Exactly. And I slept the night. I actually spent the night. I just slept in a little jail cell down there. And then they transferred me to Weehawken County Jail, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Is that one under a photo mat? Where's that jail?
Weehawken is a really bad. It's a really bad jail.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why? I would not have thought that at all.
It's terrible. People are throwing food out the windows all the time because of the food. I mean, I almost puked just taking a bite out of a sandwich there.
Was it violent there, frightening?
Yeah, it was really scary. It was really bad.
Weehawken, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's really bad.
They
It's
don't
not.
bother you?
It's mostly New York drug addicts that get taken, because the New York jails overflow, and they start letting the Port Authority arrest people so that they can take them to New Jersey, because Port Authority is New York, New Jersey. So,
How long were you in for?
like a day and a half. I was in, for a morning, afternoon, night, and the whole next day. It was horrible.
That's a long time.
Well, and when I got there, I was in a holding cell, and one of the guys in the holding cell said to me, "Don't let them take you out of this cell, because you'll never be heard from again. If you get moved to a permanent cell, they'll never find you. They lose people because it's a bad bureaucracy." And everybody in the cell agreed, don't leave this cell. And a cop would come once in a while and say, "We got to move you," and I'd go, "No." He said, "Just say no." I'm like, "How do you just say no to?" And I go, "No, I'm not moving." And he goes, "Come on, we're moving you to permanent cell." And I go, "I'm not leaving here." And he goes, all right. That kept happening. I just kept refusing to leave.
How
the
do you
cell.
refuse?
Just say no.
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
No, let me out.
It's really
I
bad.
don't belong here.
No, and the worst part was that there was a toilet just in the middle of the floor of the whole like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you would just have to
You
sit
just
there.
had to sit there and
There's no
close.
There's no
I
privacy.
bet I got
or
dumped
anything.
even though I didn't
No,
say
it didn't.
I think
you stopped it.
So wait, did you get moved to a permanent cell? You'd be there for a week, maybe.
Basically, and I mean, I was because I made bail before I even arrived, because I called. I used the phone in the Holland Tunnel cell, and I made bail right away. But it took 2 days for the bail to find me.
Oh,
It's amazing.
Man.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much was
Prison
bail?
system is bad. Oh, I mean, I had to pay. Yeah, it was
Like nothing.
No, it was a lot. It was
Really?
like $600 or something. I mean, for me, that was a lot then. Now I would. You're like, I'll pay $6 million to get out of here. I don't have that kind of money.
Figure we could take care of it right here in Brainerd. Give him that one.
Exactly. Right here in Brainerd.
I just want to be in full compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Iraq. Yes.
Yes, because that helps with
Fargo
it.
song.
They want more stuff.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are. So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you. I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back. Hope it crashes twice. Hope it crashes and kills Haffy and they go, fuck it, let's try again. And they take off and crash again. I hope that happens. Sincerely, I hope it. And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers. He's one of those guys who just makes you hate him because, you know when you have a friend that you hate, you can't break up with your friends, you know? He always starts conversations that I don't want to have. You know, he's like, hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'm like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it. And yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. Not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use. So he goes, well, here's what I would do. Because of course that's the whole fucking point of asking me, is to stare at me while I say mine and then say his. So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man. Should we invade Poland? No, I'll just take a shower. I don't feel good. He would have... Low self-esteem and, you know... I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck? Because 2 reasons I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Number 1, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's... Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide, even to your shrink. Of suicide, and you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold him down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole. It's what the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. It's because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life, even a shitty life is worth living, apparently, because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody you're like, how he should kill himself? Why? You ever been driving and you look at the next car and you're like, oh shit, I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? They canceled my insurance, broke my window, duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, and you're like, just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it. So that's the first reason. That's the first reason I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Because life is not so important. Second reason is because that's their job. Women have to decide who lives and dies. That's because they're the female of the species. In the reproductive arena, that's what the female does. They are the selectors. They have to decide this. We give them this responsibility when we fuck them. We go, here, you decide what to do with this shit. See you later. And she has to figure out if you should have kids, if she should have. That's her job. Because women have judgment. Men have intent. Men just want to spray the world with their cum, just mist. More of me! More of me! It's her job to go, that's enough of you, I think. No, that's really enough. I don't think that face needs to repeat. I've seen your father, and it's not getting better. And sometimes she doesn't realize this until after you fuck her. That's actually when she really knows, is when you're like, yeah! And she's like, I'm not having this piece of shit's baby. And that's why abortion is the last line of defense against shitty people in the species. So we need them to abort every shitty baby. I mean, all animals do this. Animals do it late. Eat this one. But when is it okay? When should they be allowed? When it's in their pussy that whole time. It's in her pussy. If there's a dude in your pussy, you get to kill him. I think that's pretty fundamental. You're allowed to kill people if they're in your house. I hate the way people talk about their mothers. I was watching a football game one time, and this guy scored a bunch of shit, whatever, and they were excited. So they asked him about it afterwards. And the football player said, my mom died last year, but I know she was watching my game from heaven tonight. And I wanted to be there to say, leave your mother alone. How dare you? She's dead. I mean, when are you done with your fucking kids? When are you finished with your fucking kids? Even after you're dead, you still have to go to their fucking games and shit? Leave your mother alone. She did her job. She raised you and it killed her. I mean, let her enjoy heaven. Don't you want your mother to enjoy heaven? Isn't that what you want your mom to be, just in heaven? Whee! This poor woman, the angels are like, we're having an angel party. You want to come with us? I can't. I got to watch my son's games. He'll be very upset. Okay, good. He can't fucking hear me. When people die, it means they did their jobs, and you should forget them. That's what I think. Because it's unfair what we put on dead people. Are you watching over me? Yes, I'm watching all of it.